In a world that is insanely hyper-focused on forward movement, sideways move, a backward move, no matter how calculated, there's disbelief, possibly disdain, and questions behind your back as to whether you will ever return to your former glory. So how do you use the framework for personal disruption? How exactly do you disrupt yourself? How do you improve the odds by 6 times? And when do you know if it's right for you? One of the first steps in understanding the mechanics of personal disruption is to recognize that disruption itself, it's unpredictable. We like a world in which you flip a switch and the light goes on, where it's over one, up one, over one, up one, on the graph paper of our existence. So when you work hard for days, weeks, months, even years with little result, cause and effect seemingly disconnected, it is unsettling. At our Disruptive Innovation Fund, we use the S-curve developed by E.M. Rogers in 1962 to gauge how quickly an innovation would be adopted. At the outset, growth is slow. Once a tipping point is reached at 10 to 15%, you enter hypergrowth. At 90% or saturation growth, it tapers off. Facebook, for example, assuming a market opportunity of 1 billion people, which it's now exceeded, it took Facebook roughly 4 years to reach penetration of 10%. But once it reached this critical mass of 100 million users, over the next 4 years, it added not 100, but 800 million users. We could quibble over whether or not its rate of growth has begun to slow, but there is no doubt. Actually, if it's reached saturation, but there's no doubt that the rate of growth has begun to slow.